I'm going to give a presentation about two digital tools that have been developed by NTUA during the European project. One is the WIF, which was used as the eSpace portal, and the other is Crowd Heritage, which is about a project we are currently coordinating, and both of them will be used in Culture Labs. So, what is WIF? WIF is an open source platform developed by NTUA. It mashups APIs from different providers such as Europeana, the Digital Public Library of America, Rijksmuseum, the British Library, and many more, and accommodates for federated and faceted search functionalities. It also offers a number of collaborative and reuse services, allowing users to aggregate cultural objects, organize cultural resources, create their exhibitions, share their creations, and tag cultural content as well. I have some short videos I would like to show you. So imagine that WIF is similar to Pinterest, but targeted towards cultural content, cultural heritage content. So the user can see their collections. They can create a new collection similarly to Pinterest, add a title, a description. This is a collection about vases, apparently. And then they save the collection. There are a lot of ways offered by the WIF platform to upload content to the collection. They can interact with the collection, delete it, edit the collection information, and they can also upload items from their local discs. I don't know if you can see that. So the user chooses to upload a local item. They pick a vase, they upload the image, they can enter metadata about this cultural heritage asset, like the title, the description, the rights, and the provider. We will add some more. And then the item is added to the collection. Except for collections, we also support exhibitions. Exhibitions are collections with less photos and more high-resolution photos that come with a specific order in the aim to tell a story. It's for digital storytelling purposes. So the user can create an exhibition similarly to a collection, choose the photos they want, add a YouTube video to accompany those photos, add their own text and descriptions, and make a slideshow with all this cultural heritage content. An exhibition finally will look like that. Those are the images with the specific order along with the descriptions, and that is how we preview the digital exhibition. We also offer functionality of spaces. A space is a mini portal where a user can display their work which are the collections and exhibitions they created. They create the space, add a title, description, a logo, a banner, the text they want to be displayed in the space. They can also style it, choose the colors, the font, and of course they pick the content from the With platform, and they create a web space, a web page with their own styling and content in order to display all this cultural heritage content they have picked, and they have have been picked and curated by them. So that's how they upload the space banner, and they can also add a Twitter feed, an RSS feed, and some blog posts they want a link to, and many more features. So enough with the videos. Those were some of the main With functionalities. With, as I said before, was used as the Europeana space portal. Currently we are coordinating a project in NTUA called Crowd Heritage. And Crowd Heritage is about crowdsourcing cultural heritage assets coming from Europeana. So crowdsourcing can actually be viewed as harnessing the crowd, or the potential of the crowd to solve complex problems at scales and rates that no one individual can. Crowd Heritage is exactly that, a web platform with the aim to mobilize users to execute useful tasks for the enrichment and validation of selected cultural heritage metadata of Europeana. Users are using the platform to launch ad hoc crowdsourcing campaigns for metadata quality improvement. So what is a crowdsourcing campaign? It is a period when targeted users are encouraged to add and validate specific type of annotations for specific digital heritage objects, digital cultural objects. A campaign consists of the duration, the theme of the campaign, the annotation types, the content, the annotation process, its goal, and some more features. So what is an annotation? An annotation is a note or a comment associated with a resource without modifying the resource itself. The user can add, modify, or remove annotations. We can think of annotations like a layer on top of the existing resource. The platform's annotation model is based on W3C web annotation model, which is a structured model for format to enable annotations to be shared and reused across different hardware and software platforms. In brief, the annotation consists of its ID, the list of annotators, the body, the target, and a list of scores. Don't want to be very technical, although I'm a technical person. I like to talk about that, but just to give you a small clue, the list of annotators contains all relevant information about the origins of its annotation, who made it, what software they used, and the core part of the annotation is its body, which identifies the relevant linked data resource. In that case, it's a Europeana ID. The core part of the annotation, the target of the annotation identifies the resource which the particular annotation relates. And finally, we also keep a list of scores because users might want to upvote or downvote those annotations as well. So in Crowd Heritage, we are creating crowdsourcing web spaces. Through the crowdsourcing web spaces, targeted users will be able to navigate through selected collections of cultural records and add different types of annotations like semantic tagging, image tagging, geotagging. They can also suggest values for selected metadata fields. They are also able to validate existing annotations or metadata entries. by upvoting or downvoting the annotations and suggesting corrections. Metadata included in the annotations will be presented among the original metadata on the user interface as well. So here we can see a sample of a color tagging campaign where the user is asked to find dominant colors in fashion artifacts. So on the left, the fashion garment is displayed. It comes from the Europeana fashion, and on the right, the user picks from the palette the color they associate with this item, the dominant color. Another type of crowdsourcing campaign is a semantic tagging crowdsourcing campaign, and where the user selects terms from linked thesauri and vocabularies. In that case, there is a crowdsourcing campaign about musical instruments, so the user can listen to the music piece, review the metadata, and they can pick the instrument they recognize on that music piece. The terms come from the Mimo thesaurus. Another type of tagging is the geotagging, where people drop pins to countries or locations in the map that represent the picture. So the user sees the city on the left and picks the place on the map that they believe this landmark or building is. In order to make crowdsourcing a user-friendly and engaging experience, the user interface provides for gamification elements like leaderboards, scores, rewards, achievements, and badges. Because let's be honest, most of the users might be bored to contribute to such a campaign. But if they have a reward and maybe some physical rewards like a poster from a museum or some items from Europeana, they would like to contribute more. Apparently all the users here are actors and models. Useful metrics and statistical results about the campaigns are also presented in the platforms, like the progress, how many contributors it has, the annotation count, the daily contributions, and the contributor locations. So the campaign organizer knows all this information. We are currently also developing a template-based campaign editor where the users will be able to add to launch from a user interface their own crowdsourcing campaigns. This editor will offer the possibility to design an ad hoc crowdsourcing web space. It's similar to the With web space, but it's targeted towards crowdsourcing. The template will allow customization with respect to a number of features, such as the campaign duration, the stakeholders, does it address to students, to ordinary people, to specialists. They can also choose presentation features like the color, the banners, the type of the annotations. Do they want color, semantic tagging, what thesauri and vocabularies do they need? So we're currently developing this campaign editor. So I gave you a small introduction to our two main digital tools about cultural heritage reuse. That is With, which was used as the eSpace portal, and Crowd Heritage. As many of you know, we are currently coordinating also a project called Culture Labs, which is recipes for social innovation. The project proposed a novel methodology and an ICT-empowered infrastructure towards systematizing and facilitating the organization of participatory projects in the fields of cultural heritage and social innovation. It enables different stakeholders to collaboratively work on common projects and interact with cultural heritage in innovative ways, with the ultimate aim to sustain the public value of culture and increase the involvement of citizens. Through culture labs, the cultural heritage institutions can gain access and contribute resources related to participatory projects. They can organize those projects and engage with communities, especially with immigrants that are our target communities. Immigrants, on the other hand, can learn about cultural heritage maintained by cultural heritage institutions. They can raise awareness about their own cultural heritage and identity, and they can gain active role in the society and integrate into the society. Also, the civil society, such as NGOs and public administrations, are benefited from the Cultural Labs project as they collaborate with cultural heritage institutes, and they can also design innovative policies for social innovation via cultural heritage. The role of ICT in the cultural labs is very important because ICT works as a facilitator and mediator of participatory approaches in the fields of cultural heritage. It has a dual role. It provides tools facilitating the collaborative design and operation of participatory projects, and also tools offering to community members novel ways for interaction with cultural heritage. With and Crowd Heritage are two tools about interaction with cultural heritage. As part of the Cultural Labs project, we will investigate how innovative digital tools for creative interaction with cultural heritage can be used for the purpose of engaging migrants, drawing awareness about their own heritage and bringing them in touch with the cultural heritage of the host country. Services offered by WITH, such as the exhibition editor, the web space builder, as well as the crowd heritage platform, will be used in the context of the project pilots, and the different groups of migrants, such as refugees, asylum seekers, second generation migrants, female migrants, and others, will make use and test those two tools as part of the pilot activities, and they of course will provide their feedback. So that's all. You can open the links with culture and crowd heritage and have a look at the tools. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Sorry for the technical problems.
No.